Hi, I'm Tim. Welcome to our channel, and thanks for logging on. Today, we're discussing the Rolex Oyster Perpetual Cosmograph Daytona reference 116523 in stainless steel and 18-karat yellow gold. You can see this in-house caliber 40mm two-tone sports watch on our website. Subscribe to our YouTube channel if you enjoy these videos, and please click on the card in the upper right-hand corner of the screen at any time during this video to see our full sales listing for this watch with additional accessories included in the sale, high-resolution images for your desktop, and naturally complete pricing details for this Rolex Oyster Perpetual Cosmograph Daytona reference 116523. Now, the watch you see on my wrist represents a modern classic in that it combines the Rolex in-house caliber 4130 with the two-tone aesthetic, minus the dial perhaps, that has lately been in favor as the winner's watch at the 24 Hours of Daytona in Daytona Beach. Now, of course, Rolex sponsors the event and doles out the winner's timepieces, but over the years we've seen a variety of different choices. Stainless steel and two-tone alternating with two-tone lately back in fashion, and the watch on my wrist shows why. Although the association is always the 90s and the 80s when one speaks of yellow gold and steel two-tone, it's actually a handsome tandem that's become a little bit retro chic in recent years. Combined with this spectacular blue metallic dial with applied Arabic numerals, you can see that you can't quite have too much of a good thing when it comes to dial color. And with respect to the exterior, this much yellow gold might be just enough, a perfect balance on the wrist. It's 40mm across the round of the case, not including chronograph pusher's crown or crown guards. It's relatively slim, as the absence of a rotating bezel and the absence of a date mechanism means this timepiece is only 12.4mm thick, with a sloped sapphire and a sloped shallow conical bezel, so it'll slide easily underneath any dress cuff or a Nomex racing suit. From lug to lug, the watch is fairly compact, 46.5mm, but if you're going to wear it on the bracelet, and you really should, the timepiece is going to be 50.5mm across the wrist. Nevertheless, the Daytona has yet to go super case, so it's a bit of a throwback to an older and more elegant generation of Rolex lugs. Therefore, I believe you could wear this watch with security and handsome proportion on a wrist as small as 13.5 centimeters in circumference. The bracelet is quite solid. As you can see, this is a modern generation of two-tone from Rolex. The hollow center links, hollow end links, and stamped clasps are a long past memory, like the days of Jim Clark, Dan Gurney, and Mario Andretti at Daytona. You'll also note very solid and very hefty. Today, even steel Rolex watches with the full bracelet and clasp feel like they're precious metal. You start to add some precious metal, and all of a sudden you feel like the entire watch may as well be gold. It is hefty and substantial on the wrist. You'll note the underside of the bracelet with broad channels allowing the wrist to aerate on a hot day or a hot winter's night at Daytona Speedway, and the channels also avoid the pinching of skin or pulling of hair. Now, the clasp is all milled out, very substantial, and appropriately two-tone as well, bimetallic gold and steel, fully finished inside and out. As you can see, it incorporates Rolex's 5mm EasyLink tool-free adjustment system. Take in 5, take out 5 as your wrist expands or contracts. It closes and opens with a snick and a snack. This is the level of precision that you should expect of Rolex in the modern era. Now, of course, two-tone recalls an earlier era, principally the 90s and the 80s, but it's coming back. I've actually heard that people of my generation, which I guess I have to admit is the millennial generation, are beginning to favor two-tone as they move into the luxury watch world with their first purchases in the segment. Now, the watch here may as well be called timeless because the combination of the reds and the blues of the dial work perfectly with the yellow gold inside in the form of the applied numerals, the hands, and the chapter rings, and outside in the form of the calibrated tachymeter bezel. Now, the tachymeter is both handsome and practical, lacquer filled. You can see one thing to look for with these timepieces is always intact lacquer calibrations, and you can see none of these are worn off. The watch has all of its original metal and all of its original lacquer. The dial has an extra level of texture and depth thanks to the appliques. It also has a lively coloration with the gold, the blues, and the reds. Even if Rolex is inclined to write a bit of a novel at the station at 12 o'clock, the bottom line is that this watch has immense character. It's unmistakably Rolex, and it shows why a watch can have immense visual impact without scaling up to a 42, 3, 4, 5 millimeter case. The crowns and matching yellow gold all screw down. Inside the watch and under the hood of this high-performance motorsports-themed machine is the 44-jewel 3-day power reserve automatic winding Rolex caliber 4130. It features a crisp column wheel function selector and a vertical clutch engagement system. The vertical clutch system allowing the chronograph seconds hand to start without jump, stop without stagger, and always reset precisely to the index at 12, but the clutch also allowing the watch to run continuously, so if you want to have center minutes, hours, and seconds, just leave the chronograph running and the watch will comply without additional wear and tear associated with the conventional lateral clutch. It does have an immense amount of luminescence on the dial. All of the numerals as well as the hands do glow, and the watch, thanks to its screw downs, protects that in-house automatic caliber down to 100 meters, so though this is a watch for use trackside at Daytona, you can also take it into nearby Daytona Beach in good conscience. Moreover, the watch features a free-sprung balance on a full bridge, the two features helping to make the watch more impact and shock resistant. It's a COSC certified Swiss chronometer that does feature hacking or stop seconds, and it incorporates a parachrom blue Rolex overcoil hairspring. The parachrom alloy helping to resist magnetism, and the overcoil helping to resist gravity, that is positional deviation, that can cause a conventional watch to run fast and slow in different positions. A versatile, handsome, and timeless design, Two-Tone is back. See it and find out why on our website.